Would you rather have the most perfect morning routine? It feels so dreamy, so good, like literally just electric. But at the end of the routine, you have to eat a spoonful of mayonnaise. Or
oh my God.
Would you rather have the most chaotic morning ever, no mayonnaise involved?
No mayonnaise. Honestly, I think I would eat the mayonnaise.
I would eat the mayonnaise.
I can't even eat eggs, but I would do it for like a calm morning.
We could find you some vegan mayonnaise.
Okay.
Gross.
I think I would eat the mayonnaise. Please miss me with the chaotic mornings. That would ruin my day.
I think so too. Like
more so than a mayonnaise spoonful would.
Yeah. Oh my God. Just thinking about the mayonnaise is really killing me.
Please excuse our coughs and sniffles.
We'll do our best. But yeah, crazy morning routine. No. Totally out for 2026.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, this is our first episode of 2026.
Wow. Yeah, it is.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. This is so good. Please stay on the line, and your Diabesties will be with you shortly.
You're listening to Hotline to Her. I'm Carson, your favorite Diabestie.
And I'm Tini, your resident hot diabetic. We're here to make you feel like that girl beyond diabetes. Do we make them feel like that girl?
No, we help them.
We just help them. We're not going to force you to do anything.
Okay. We're here to help you. We're not going to make you do anything, but
yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever you do is your own volition. Let's be clear about that.
Yes.
But we would love to help you.
We would. Should we check our budget?
Yes, let's check it.
I'm sitting at 128 flat.
Wow. That's good.
Thank you.
I am not.
I gave a lot of insulin for my yogurt and coffee, like a lot, because I'm sick. So it's like double.
Yeah, that is, wow. And I'm glad we're having this conversation today because it is morning time here. Mm-hmm. My blood sugar is 202 on the way up. And this is something I've consistently struggled with in the morning is creating a routine so my blood sugar doesn't spike.
Yeah, I'm so resistant in the morning with the insulin. And I know a lot of people talk about the feet on the floor phenomenon or something like that, or just the feet on the floor spike.
Feet on the floor.
Have you heard of that?
Yeah, but I'm trying to think of foot on the floor syndrome.
Oh yeah, foot on the floor syndrome. But why is it a syndrome?
I know Dawn phenomenon.
Right, Dawn phenomenon, which is also a spike that comes in the early morning.
Yes. And I think it's also synonymous. I think they're the same thing. I think people are talking about the same thing.
I don't think they are the same.
Really?
Yeah, because I think the dawn is when you're sleeping and it's the early wee hours of the morning.
It's the wee hours. In the wee hours of the morning, my blood sugar will spike.
Why did I say it like that? No, but between 3 and 5 a.m. That is dawn time, you know what I mean?
Oh.
And then the feet on the floor or foot on floor, whatever you want to call it, is when you get out of bed. I think of them as two separate things. I don't know.
Should we Google? I'm actually genuinely curious.
Okay, let's Google it. Let me Google it. Please hold. Okay, ready? It says, this is the AI overview from Google.
Oh, by the way. Super accurate.
The dawn phenomenon is a natural early morning hormone surge between 4 and 8 a.m., causing liver glucose release, making blood sugar rise in everyone, but people with diabetes struggle to compensate. That's what it says. And then feet on floor syndrome is a specific type of dawn phenomenon. Oh. So it's under the umbrella. Often called foot to floor, where blood sugar spikes dramatically, specifically when you get out of bed and start moving due to immediate demands for fuel rather than just the pre-dawn hormone surge, often requiring a small morning insulin dose or basal adjustment.
Oh, so we're both correct.
Yeah, it says dawn phenomenon starts earlier, 3 a.m., and foot to floor is activity triggered spike from getting up.
Oh, so if you're lucky, you get both.
Yeah. I do struggle with the feet on foot to floor thing, so I always give myself a unit of insulin before I get out of bed because of that.
Oh, wow, that's smart. I recently went to my endo, and we were talking about this, and one, I was like, maybe I should get on a different insulin pump. And she was like, well, we can absolutely explore that, but I need you to be so honest with yourself right now. Do you think a different insulin pump is going to solve your problems, or is some of this user generated? Like, she was basically like, are your behaviors
She called you out.
She did, actually. And I was like, you know what? You're a real one for that, because you're right. Like, there's things I'm missing. And I think routines, like especially morning routine, can help me with that. And one of the things we did was like up my basal rate for that dawn phenomenon. But it doesn't stop that foot on the floor, because that's something I need to figure out.
Right. And the foot on the floor is like, you can't really like adjust a basal for that. Like, you have to give yourself a bolus. Like, it makes sense to give yourself a bolus for that.
Yeah. So
for me, at least,
I feel like that would be really beneficial for me as well. So what do you do? Like, you're laying in bed, and like before you get out of bed, you're like, oh, let me pull out my pump and give myself a little unit and then pop out of bed? Or do you let it marinate?
I usually just give it and then get out of bed. Like, I don't really have a specific like timing that I do, because when it's marinating is when I would be spiking. So it like kind of works like that. Like, it's not, for me, it's like when I get out of bed, it's not like an immediate spike. It's like maybe like 10 minutes after I get out of bed and like start brushing my teeth and stuff. So me giving it like right before I get out of bed makes the timing work for my body.
I gotcha. Your alarm goes off. You roll over, you pull out your insulin pump. Yeah. And you give yourself a unit, then you get out of bed.
I mean, yeah, but like sometimes I like go on TikTok too.
I know, I'm like, so bad at that. I'm so
like,
bad at
I go on my phone, and then before I get out of bed, I'll do it. Okay. But like, I do, like, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you that I don't go on my phone in the morning, because I do.
I do. But something that actually has been really helping me, I go on my phone while I'm laying my head on the pillow, which is really bad.
Yeah, but when like, I do it too, and it's like so hard to not.
It's really hard to not, but the one time, or not the one time, but like the rest of my morning routine, which I'm still trying to piece together. Yeah, of course. I try to stay off my phone.
Me too.
Yeah. But I feel like this is like something I struggle with, feeling like, is my routine a routine, and is it like good enough? And I hate saying good enough, but like, this is one piece of my life where I always felt like it doesn't look like the TikTok girlies. Yeah. So I feel like it's not good enough.
Okay, well, does it make you feel good, and does it help you set yourself up for your day? Yeah. Then that's a routine. And that's for you. Like, I like to think of it like, so, okay, if you don't know, I have a lot of stomach issues. And so I'm doing this gut protocol right now, and it comes with a lot of different new factors to like implement into my routine. So I feel like I've been forced to like really nail down a routine in the past couple of months because of the gut protocol, which is a benefit, of it. And that's great and all, but I realized that it's not really about making it look aesthetic or like other people's. It's about having a sequence of things that you do that your body recognizes as like a sequence, and that makes you feel safe and sets you up for your day.
Ooh, okay. Yeah. Wait, so can I run you through mine and you tell me like...
Yeah, sorry, I'm like breathing so heavy because I can't breathe out of my nose. So I'm like...
Mouth breathers.
Yes, let's walk through yours.
Okay, so
I love like morning routine videos and hearing about other people's morning routines, even the like quote unquote not aesthetic ones. Like, those are the most fun.
Yeah, like real life. Like,
yeah,
this is actually shit that's going on.
Right. And then also, if you make aesthetic ones, like, love that too, because who doesn't like aesthetic content?
Right. Good for, like, actually good for you. Yeah. Like, I'm very impressed by you. Yeah. Very impressed.
Yeah, but let's run through yours.
Okay. Alarm goes off, and I don't know. Like, sometimes I follow it, sometimes I don't. I'm really grateful that I can have flexible work where I can actually like listen to my body. So if I need more sleep, I just sleep more.
I love that. Yeah.
And that's something I think that I had to like, it took me a while to like figure out like, okay, you can be okay not waking up at 6 a.m. Like
Yeah.
if my body needs to sleep, I'm going to sleep. And
Exactly.
then I stack my work to work later and the cycle kind of repeats itself, but whatever.
Yeah.
But I am like a 8 to 10 hours of sleep girly. Very grateful for 10 hours.
10 hours is impressive.
I really need it. I really need it.
I don't know the last time I got 10 hours of sleep, honestly.
Really?
8 is like, if I have 8 hours of sleep, like that's my minimum, but like it doesn't always happen.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And I think it's so interesting how different bodies need different things. And some days I can run on 6 hours of sleep. Like today, I was a little tired, 6 hours of sleep, but I was like, woo, let's do it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Also, I've heard that women need more sleep than men.
Yeah, they do.
Because we're just like doing so much.
Yeah.
Because we're all.
Yeah, like our hormone cycles are different.
Yeah.
But anyways, so.
Anyways. We love women. Anyways.
Yeah, no, I wake up. I probably scroll on my phone, let's be honest.
Yeah.
And then I get out of bed, brush my teeth, wash my face, do my skincare. I go downstairs and I take dude out for a walk. And something that I am really proud of is that I leave my phone inside for my walks, which is interesting because my insulin pump is on my phone and my Dexcom. Right. And so I'm just like, you know what? These are my 10 to 15 minutes without anything, like no really data, nice. Nothing. And that I really treasure. Mm-hmm. But I come back inside and I make my coffee and then I start my day. And for me, like I always envisioned having this like 1,000,000-step routine where I like work out and like ideally, I love journaling. So ideally I sit down and journal, but that doesn't really happen too often, like in the mornings when I want it to.
Yeah. And
so it just feels like, even though I know right now, I just walked you through a routine. Like I do that every morning without fail.
No, exactly. I was literally just going to say, okay, well, what you just described sounds like a pretty extensive routine to me.
Yeah.
Like you have a lot of things happening and you have a sequence of things that you're doing every morning that make you feel good. That's like the benefit of a routine. We don't even have to call it a routine at this point. People call it a routine because it's a short word for a sequence of events that makes you feel your best.
And I'm going to do my morning sequence of events that make me feel my best.
Exactly. No, it's so true though. Like when you really like think about it on a deeper level, it's like, oh, I'm doing these things not because anyone told me to or because like, I don't know, like I have to. It's because I like to do these things because they make me feel good at the start of my day.
Oh.
And that's what you're doing. And that's your morning routine or your morning sequence of events.
I love that. Okay. Yeah. And I think there are some like places where I identify like the phone thing in the morning when I'm laying in my bed. Like I really could cut that out. But if I'm going to be on my phone, like, girl, why aren't you pre-bolusing?
Right.
Why aren't you taking your insulin for your coffee?
Yeah.
Like,
I was going to ask you, like, from you telling me your routine, where in there are you doing a bolus, if any? And if you're not, like, obviously that's okay. Like, maybe you don't need it. But I do know that you've been trying to, like, manage your morning spikes. So I feel like we could do, like, a habit stacking situation of, like, something that you're already doing and adding, like, a bolus to that as a habit stack.
Yeah, I think that's so good. And you know, like, some mornings I don't bolus because it's not a habit yet.
Right.
And then I don't remember until, because I think for so long I wasn't getting a morning spike.
Yeah.
And also I could drink coffee without a spike.
Honestly, same. And recently it's been crazy for me.
Yeah. And so now I'm like trying to like almost like unlearn and like no habit. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh wait, now I have to like cue that in. And so I think like what I find slightly difficult is not every morning is like perfectly timed.
Right.
And so that's where I like, and maybe this is a block in my head and just talking it through will help. But like for me, I'm like, well, what if the what ifs get me?
Yeah.
Like, what if I bolus when I am on my phone, but then I want to take my dog on a 10-minute longer walk and then I'm dropping low, but I don't realize it because I leave my phone inside because I'm trying to unplug. I like start to get into this like what if of my own, when like if you were telling me the same thing, I'd be like, well, Carson, let's troubleshoot.
Yeah, no,
but
exactly.
It's my own mental blocks.
Right, but that's so fair because that's like natural human response and thought process, you know?
Yeah.
But I think like you don't have to do the exact same thing every day. Like, who says you have to do the exact same thing every day? Like, if it's, again, it's not about like perfection in a routine, and it's not about completing like a checklist and being like, okay, if I complete all of these things, then I complete my morning routine. But like your morning routine can look different every day because living with a chronic illness, our minutes and seconds and like days, they look different every single day.
Ooh.
And so like, obviously your morning routine is not going to stay completely consistent because we're dealing with so many outside factors because we have a chronic illness. So you can have a morning where you don't do everything on there, and that's still a sequence of events that made you feel good, that set you up for that day and what you needed in that specific day and moment. So like if you bring your phone on a walk one day because you're like, oh, maybe I want to like take an extra 10 minutes, and I'm taking my phone because I still am responsible for my health in this moment. So I'm going to take my phone, and that doesn't mean that I messed up my routine. That just means I'm like changing it a little bit today because that's what I need today.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's such a good point. Because then like I think like a lot of us were so hard on ourselves and so stuck in our like ways of trying to be perfect. So if we set in our head like it has to go this way and then we have to pivot, we're often like, oh, well, that was a failure, when we know it's not. Yeah.
But take like the, I guess, perfectionism out of it, and like the, if I don't complete everything, then it's a failure, because it's not.
Right. Right. I agree with that. Yeah. And so like now that we're talking about it, I think like for me, the clear answer, and this is just like troubleshooting 101 and walking through different scenarios, which I love that you're my sounding board for this. But it doesn't make sense for me to bolus while I'm in bed because I'll still have like 30 minutes before I drink my coffee.
Right.
But something I always do without a fail is I come inside and I take dude's harness off and I put it on the shelf. And that's where I leave my phone before I leave the house.
Yeah.
So it's like I should just pick up my phone and bolus. And that's my habit stack. Harness off, bolus for coffee. Yeah. And now I can feel better in my body because my blood sugar is not going to spike when I'm 20 minutes into my work day.
Right. Exactly. No, I love that. I think that's definitely something that you should try to implement. And again, if you miss a day or if it's raining and you don't take dude out, you didn't like fail anything.
Right.
You know?
Right. Yeah. So I'm very curious because like you said, you're building your routine.
Yeah.
And you've learned to habit stack all of these things. So do you feel like you have optimized your routine to be what you want and need it to be in this current moment?
Yes. I think it could always be better for me, just because it's like also a healing routine, you know?
Okay.
But I do believe that I have curated a routine that serves me the best right now. Do I do every single thing on the routine every single day? No. But I have like a few non-negotiables, whether they're like taking supplements that I need to take for my protocol or doing nervous system regulation. Like I have non-negotiables that I complete. Part of my routine is like I like to get sunshine on my face like right when I wake up. But like if it's raining, I'm not going outside. If it's freezing cold, I'm not going outside. So like sometimes it'll be like me standing next to a window. Like that's going to have to suffice for today. Or I don't do it at all. Like this morning I didn't like have any intentional time in the sunlight because I didn't. And I just like was like, oh no, it's fine. Like I don't really feel like I need to do that today. So,
and what do you tell yourself when you pivot and when you like switch up your routine from what you've built out to feel optimal? What do you tell yourself in those moments when you skip them? Like skip certain steps?
Yeah. That not everything is black and white, and I don't have to complete every single thing on my list to feel good and have a good day. And if my body, like if I didn't feel like I was craving it in that moment, then it might not be something that would have served me as well today as it did yesterday or something like that.
Oh.
So I'm just like, okay, yeah, like I guess I don't really tell myself much right now because I don't really think much of it anymore.
Okay. So
but I feel like I used to.
Yeah, I'm not hearing like any, I should do this.
Yeah.
You would feel better. Like there's no guilt. There's no shaming yourself. Like you're just like, this is what it is. And this is the decision I'm making. And I am embodied in the decisions I make. So now I'm moving on.
Yeah. And I think a lot of it has to do with like self-compassion. And I know I talk about that so much, but it is something like that's very prevalent in like my therapy sessions and stuff is self-compassion. And so I think because I'm going through a healing protocol with my stomach and I'm doing so many things, if I don't do one thing one day, like I'm trying my best and I'm doing my best and I'm still doing things that make me feel good. And that's what a routine is, doing a sequence of events that makes your body feel safe. And that's like a huge thing of like healing is like your body needs to feel safe to heal. So it's like anything that makes me feel good and safe and regulated, like I'm doing those. If I don't do every single thing, that's okay. I still made my body feel safer than it felt when I first woke up or yesterday, you know?
Yeah.
So I think the shoulds were taken out when I put the self-compassion in the place of like the shoulds.
Ooh, put the self-compassion in the place of the shoulds.
Yeah.
I love that.
I'm not going to sit here and say I have a perfect morning routine and I do it every single day because that's not realistic and that's not true. So
yeah, I love that. I'm really excited because this week starts our bonus content that lives inside of Hot Diabetic Club. And in that episode, you're going to be teaching us how to build a morning routine and like some of the things, how we would habit stack and figure out like the order of everything, right?
Right, yeah.
But walk us through right now your optimal morning routine. Like I'm so curious. Like walk us through what you do and then you can teach us in our bonus content how to do what you do.
Okay. Yeah, and then again, like I'm like disclaimer, but like I don't do these things every single day. My favorite thing in the world is a slow morning where I can do like my entire extended routine, you know what I mean? So I'll walk you through that.
So are we saying like extended 4 hours or like an hour?
No, like an hour.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Which could still be doable before 9 to 5.
Yeah. And I would say I do most of it. I was super, super intentional about it. It honestly is like, I was so intentional about it when it was warm outside and I could sit on my balcony and it was warm. But now it's like freezing cold. And that's like the only part that I don't really do right now is like the sitting outside in the sun part because it's cold. But I will say I get up early enough before I have certain events to make sure I have enough time to do the majority of my routine.
Oh my gosh, I'm like on the edge of my seat. I'm like, what does she do?
Okay, so my alarm goes off.
I'm visualizing now.
So sometimes my alarm goes off and I'll pop up out of bed without going on my phone, but like we're being honest with ourselves here. Like I go on my phone when I wake up, so
it's guilty as charged.
It's fine. But I will, it's not like I go on my phone for hours. I'll probably like scroll on Instagram and TikTok and like I check my emails a lot in the morning, like my personal emails and text, whatever. So for like 15 minutes maybe. And then I give my pre-bolus when I'm about to get out of bed. I'll give myself just like a unit if my pump didn't already do it for me, because I have the Tandem Mobi and it's Control IQ, so if it sees me starting to spike, it'll like give me an auto bolus.
That's so nice.
It is lovely for sure. So when my sleep mode turns off, because it doesn't auto bolus in sleep mode, so my sleep mode turns off around like 8 a.m. or something. No, that's a lie, like 7 a.m. And so if I'm spiking, it'll give me an auto bolus if I didn't already give myself a bolus. And then I'll go and like, brush my teeth and do my skincare. But after I brush my teeth and while I'm doing my skincare, or before I start my skincare, I'll go to the kitchen and I have like some supplements that I take in the morning on an empty stomach for my gut protocol. So I'll do that and then I'll make myself a cup of dandelion root tea and I drink that while I do my skincare. So that's kind of like, I guess, a habit stack, because the dandelion tea is part of my gut protocol. And so I stacked that with my skincare. So every time I do my skincare, I drink my tea. When it was warmer outside, it was skincare. Then I did my vagus nerve stimulation outside in the sun with my tea. So that was like a 3-stack thing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was tea, sunshine, and vagus nerve stimulation. But now it is more realistically, because it's cold outside, it's skincare, tea, and then the vagus nerve stimulation kind of comes like when I'm like making my breakfast or something like that.
Oh, okay.
I'll get dressed, and that's when I start making my breakfast. I try to eat within like an hour of waking up, just like at least like start getting something in my body, because that just is what makes me feel good. And so I will do that. And while I'm making my breakfast, I do sometimes do the vagus nerve stimulation of like the breathing and the humming and stuff, and that just like helps regulate your nervous system, which all of this is what I've learned in my gut protocol. And because a huge part of healing is like feeling regulated and safe and getting your body out of that fight or flight mode. So that's like the why behind the nervous system regulation. I try to at least go and like stick my head outside and get a breath of fresh air. So like I genuinely will like open my balcony door and stick my head out and take a deep breath and come back inside. Like I'm not
picturing it so well.
No, like I'm not even kidding. Ask Adam. I will literally just be like, open the door and be like and like breathe in the outside air.
I love that.
And then come back inside. So yeah, and then I'll eat my breakfast, and then I know this is like so like annoying of me to say, but I always drink my coffee after I eat food. Yeah. And I know everyone's like, eat or drink your coffee after you eat food because your hormones. But like it has made like so much, the biggest difference in my energy levels and like the way my coffee like works for my body, I guess.
I think there's probably a reason why everyone's saying it.
Yeah. And I was like the biggest like not hater, but I was like, yeah, that doesn't really make a difference. And then I did it because of my gut protocol, just because like coffee on like an empty stomach is like harsh when you're trying to heal your gut. So I would eat first and then do it. And I just like the 2-3 p.m. crash that I used to have, like completely gone. Like my stomach doesn't feel like it's getting torn up by my coffee as much, and like the jittery feeling that I used to get from drinking coffee has like lessened because I have food like kind of balancing it a little bit more. So yeah, so like the last step of my morning routine is my coffee actually.
I love that.
So, and then I start work.
That's a really good routine.
Yeah. Oh, and I actually forgot to mention the pre-bolus. So I do pre-bolus for my breakfast. And like I said, I'm really resistant in the morning, so I usually give myself like a 30-minute buffer time. So while I'm doing my skincare, I'll usually pre-bolus for my breakfast.
Because like these steps that you're taking are going to give you like, you're like, okay, start my skincare, and in 30 minutes I will be eating based off of the routine I've built.
Yeah. So, and like I said, this doesn't happen every single day. Like this morning, for instance, I did all of that except I did not do any vagus nerve stimulation, and I did not stick my head outside.
And that's why she came in here like a tornado. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. And so, but like later today, I will be intentional about getting a deep breath or two outside and doing some vagus nerve stimulation. So
just shuffling the routine around.
Yeah.
Because it's still a priority for you. That's why you've built it into the routine.
Of course.
But you're just like, you know what? I need to chop this up, take this, put it over there, and reprioritize some things in my morning today.
Yeah, of course. Like I said, it's not like I don't have to do everything in a perfect order every single day. It's just like a sequence of events. And if part of that sequence is like spliced over into like the back half of my day, like that's okay too.
Ooh, I like that a lot.
Yeah.
And that actually makes me feel better. Better. That makes me feel validated that like sometimes I'll journal in the morning and sometimes I journal at night. And you know what? It's like, it's still doing it. It's still choosing something that feels good for me. I'm just splicing it.
Exactly. And honestly, like sometimes doing my vagus nerve stimulation later in the day helps me continue the calm energy that I built through my morning routine into the rest of my day, so like it does have a benefit in different places of your day. And like I don't know, I feel like I am constantly, because of my gut protocol, I'm constantly doing vagus nerve stimulation work, constantly drinking different teas throughout the day. I have so many different supplements that I take, so I think that is like also built into my my day routines as well, not just like morning, but that's a whole nother thing.
I find it really interesting that like, and obviously you started building this routine the way you have because you are on this gut protocol. But I actually would argue that this stuff that we're doing, having a calm, grounded, safe feeling morning is very beneficial for us as diabetics.
Oh, 100%.
I think people
100%.
underestimate like how much stress has an impact on your blood sugar, your cortisol. Like really being grounded actually helps you beyond just like us trying to figure out when I should pre-bolus in the morning for my coffee. It's like being calm, being safe in your body is crucial as a diabetic, especially when we're dealing with like going low and high and like our body is constantly trying to like flip into fight or flight.
Yeah.
And we need to get ourselves out of it in order to feel better in our bodies 100%. And actually see the impact on our blood sugars.
100%.
And so I would argue like the morning routine is like a very important step of that.
Very, very important. Like stress has a huge impact on blood sugars. And I didn't even realize until I started like doing work to de-stress. And then I was like, wait, why is my insulin like working better?
I find it so funny, like, because it's really special that you obviously it sucks that you have these stomach issues, but it is really interesting that like your practitioners are teaching you, hey, in order to heal, you have to feel this way. You have to get into this grounded state, like out of fight or flight. But they don't say anything, like nobody says anything about that with diabetes. And it's like,
yeah,
hey, bestie, your nervous system's actually really important.
So true. And so true.
Maybe we can like do a whole episode on this because I feel like we could dive in so deep. But like, that's something I think is like, could be an added why for you building a morning routine. Like this is not just about like, I want to be like the it girls. It's like, I want you to feel good.
Yeah. Mentally and physically.
Yeah. And that impacts your diabetes. Like, sorry, you have diabetes, but like, let's make you feel good.
Exactly. No, I love that. We should definitely do an episode on like nervous system regulation and why it's important.
Yeah. Okay. Should we switch into our call-ins?
Yes, let's do it. So the question that we asked our community this week was, what is a habit that you would love to build, but diabetes keeps getting in the way?
Hey, it's Maggie. So picture this. It's 10 p.m. I finally drag myself through the door after running around all day. Work, errands, people needing me left and right. A shower, collapse into bed, and I swear it feels like I blink for 2 seconds before that 4:30 alarm hits me like a freight train. I stumble up, take my dog out in the dark like some kind of exhausted ranch ghost, and then I'm in my car heading to take care of the horses. Sky's still black. I'm running on maybe 4 hours of sleep with a coffee in one hand and trying to have one calm it girl moment. You know, a little country girl morning routine where the world feels quiet and I actually feel put together. But diabetes, she loves the drama. She wakes up before I do. Some mornings I'm low and shaking like I'm in some tragic movie scene. Other mornings I'm high and feel like my blood turned into syrup. We have all been there. With my schedule, I don't have a single minute to spare. So that cute morning routine I'm dreaming about, gone, completely wiped out before I even get my boots on. So I feel like I'm in this constant battle between the it girl I'm trying to become and the body that keeps pulling the reins back on me. So the habit I want desperately is just a slow, steady start to my day. A moment where I feel grounded instead of sprinting, but diabetes keeps stealing it from me. So my question to you both is, how am I supposed to build that it girl morning routine when diabetes shows up every morning like the main character and I'm just trying to keep up? Because at this point, it feels like my blood sugar is directing the whole show.
Killer question.
Yeah, that's like such a good question because I think all of us are like thinking the same thing.
Yes, I agree. I think diabetes, like, yeah, she can be the main character sometimes. But I think it's important not to, in any situation, give your power to diabetes and saying she runs the show. we really want to like take the power back. Like really like you run the show. Tell diabetes who's boss. And obviously there's tactical ways we can do that.
Of course.
But like I think it really starts with like our mindset of saying like, okay, this is my body, this is my life. What can I do as a person with diabetes to like take that power back?
Yeah, I love that. And I think you mentioned just having like little, like even if it's just like a little moment of peace and quiet. I think some things that I have learned in like the process of building a routine is that, well, one, like we said, it doesn't have to be like a million steps long and very aesthetic. Like even if it's just like 2 things that you're doing that make it feel better for you, like there you go. That's the key, you know? And you said you have your coffee and you're taking your dog out. Like what if you like pause outside with your dog and your coffee, and you maybe like you sip your coffee more intentionally for like 30 seconds or like a minute, or when you take your dog out and you have your coffee, that's when you build in like 3 deep breaths or something like that. That's like you can have like a little moment that's for yourself and nobody else. Maybe you leave your phone like Tini does on her walk. Just having even like a 30-second moment of intentional you time, I think could be beneficial.
Yeah, I agree with that. And it's really, really important. Like Carson has purposely scheduled her alarm clock to have more time in the morning before she has to start what she does. And if that is not a priority for you, like if you need more sleep, like it sounds like 10 p.m. to 4 a.m., that is a short window. And so if you don't want to build in a long morning routine, you can still feel like an it girl in the morning with a very quick
100%
routine, as long as it makes you feel good.
100%. Yeah. Take those 3 deep breaths when you take your dog out, you know, and that's when habit stacking comes in. You can still build in those quote unquote it girl habits and moments and things with your fast paced morning routine as well.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, that reminds me of something I actually do in my morning routine that I forgot because it's like so ingrained. So when I'm laying there, my alarm goes off. I actually do take a moment of screen free time. I turn off my alarm and I lay there. And this is something my therapist taught me, which I love. I just sit there and I envision my body like filling up with energy. And like, you know, when you see those pictures of like people getting their aura done and it's like full of color, like I really try to picture like, okay, I'm filling up with that color, that energy from like my toes all the way up to my head. And I'm just like deep breathing. This takes like 30 seconds. Yeah. I'm just deep breathing. And then I picture the energy like spilling out of my bed and like all over the walls. And then I picture like how far can it go in my house? And I'm just picturing it like flow out into my kitchen and out the front door. And then like it's done. And I'm just like, wow, I have all of this energy. Now I do negate it when I pick up my phone.
Hey, you still did it though.
You still do it. And it's still like, it's 30 seconds.
Yeah, like, that's a good thing to add in. Maybe you could do that.
Yeah, it's just like you said, that intentional moment for yourself, breathing, being, and maybe you say to yourself, oh, when I do this, I am an it girl. Yeah. Like, yeah, I don't put on a face mask and gua sha. Right. But that's not what makes me feel like an it girl. What makes me feel like an it girl is taking these 30 seconds for myself.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
So I really think like,
I love that.
Yeah.
And like it girl energy is taking time for yourself. Yeah. Whether it's a short amount of time or an extendo morning routine. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I love that. Yeah. So you are an it girl and take your power back, girl.
Yeah. Diabetes doesn't run shows around here. You run your show.
Ooh.
All right. Should we do our next call-in?
Yes.
Hey Tini, hi Carson. Thank you so much for having me on. So the habit I really want to build, but diabetes keeps getting in the way, is honestly something as simple as meal prepping my breakfast. I'm such a grab and go girl in the mornings. I'm either running to work, running to an event, or I'm doing 10 things at once, and every quick option I reach for always ends up spiking my blood sugar like crazy. It's been honestly one of the most frustrating parts of trying to build a consistent morning routine because I want to start my day steady, but I feel like the convenient choices just aren't made with diabetics in mind. So by the time I get to where I'm going, I'm already battling a high or trying to correct a roller coaster, and it totally throws off the entire rhythm of my day. So the habit I'm working on is finding breakfast I can prep ahead that's actually quick and won't send my blood sugars to the moon. And honestly, since you two are the queens of routines, I wanted to ask this question. Do you have any go-to quick breakfast ideas or any snack recipes that are blood sugar friendly for on-the-go gals? Something that I can make once, grab in the morning, and trust that it won't derail my whole day would be absolutely life-changing. Even a few snack ideas that travel well would help me so much because the second I get busy, I forget to fuel myself properly, and then I'm chasing lows or highs all afternoon. So I would love any advice, tips, or recipes you guys recommend for me. And honestly, for every diabetic girly who's listening, because we're all just trying to get through our mornings without chaos. Thank you guys so much, and I can't wait for this episode. Love you both. Bye.
I'm so guilty of like skipping or like grabbing something that I know is not gonna fuel me well enough when I'm in a rush. So this is such a good question.
No, really good question, and I feel like very like a common struggle.
Yeah.
For sure.
I immediately go to egg bites.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking the same exact thing. Or like hard-boiled eggs or something like that.
Yeah, like
I know that's not everyone's cup of tea.
Oh, I love a hard-boiled egg.
Okay, slay. I don't, but I do know they're like a great source of protein and very easy. And also I have these little yogurt cups and they're only about 8 carbs, but they have protein in them. They're like coconut yogurt. It's called Coco June. But like a cup of protein yogurt that in like 8 carbs, I don't know, 8 carbs doesn't send me to the moon, but it still requires some insulin, of course, but not super carb heavy. So like yogurt cup with egg bites, something like that could be good.
Yeah, I think for you, like it really just could be about being intentional with what you grab. So like you could go something like almost 0 carbs, like eggs and like sausage or like a meat, right? Or you could do something that is like super filling, like a yogurt bowl with granola and fruit and all of that. But you have to be intentional with pre-bolusing, and that I feel like goes into habit stacking.
Yeah.
And so maybe it's like if you're eating that yogurt bowl on the go, let's say it's like a cup of yogurt that you throw granola in or whatever. It's oh my God, what's the word?
Pre-made?
Yeah, like you meal prep it.
Oh yeah, like you meal prep like a yogurt parfait thing.
Yeah. You just know, like you grab it out of your fridge and the second you sit in your car, you bolus for it. And then if you eat it on the go or when you get to your destination or whatever, but it's like finding that moment to like stack that bolus
that's
in.
Really important. I agree with that. Even if you're like getting your things together to head out the door and you're going to be eating it in the car, say you have like 15 minutes left to like grab all your stuff, put your shoes on, like brush your hair, whatever. Brush your hair, whatever.
Pass.
Pass. You pre-bolus while you're like gathering your things, and then when you get in your car, you're like, oh, my pre-bolus is like done cooking. Now I can eat.
Yeah, I love that. So it doesn't necessarily have to be low carb unless that's your preference. If it is your preference, I would go with, well, for snacks, Carson and I love meat sticks.
Love a meat stick. Yeah.
Love a meat stick.
Like the Chomps, or I like the Country Archer ones.
Yeah, those are so good.
Those are like my favorite on the go snacks that I don't bolus for those at all.
Like cheese sticks. Well, I know you're dairy free, but like
I am.
Cheese sticks, meat, like little like cheese and meat roll ups, like salami or something.
I like to bring like nuts and stuff like cashews and almonds. I know that's not the best for everyone's blood sugar, but they're like relatively easy on mine. So like meat sticks and cashews, I really have it in my bag a lot of times.
And I will never leave the house, and I know this is carby, so you have to pre-bolus for it, but a Go Macro bar.
Yeah, like a protein bar.
Love those. I feel like the ingredients are fairly clean and they fuel me.
They're very filling.
Yes.
Very filling.
And so it's really like, unfortunately, trial and error with what works for your blood sugars, what doesn't. And then like, yes, we are on the go. Yes, we live busy lives. And diabetes is also a priority. So how can we figure out like these little reminders to take care of ourselves?
Yeah. Honestly, I just thought of this. This is something that I did when I was teaching myself the habit of pre-bolusing. This is when I had an Omnipod PDM. I had like a little sticky note on the bottom of my PDM that said like pre-bolus to like cue myself and remind me to do that. Shout out Emily, my coach, my diabetes coach. She taught me that.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know if she's listening, but love you.
I also love Emily.
She's the best.
She's the best.
But like maybe you can have a sticky note like on your like work bag or on your back door, like when you're leaving the house or something that says like pre-bolus for breakfast, or like something that cues you to pre-bolus if you choose to have that grab and go meal that is a little bit more carby. I think just being intentional with the pre-bolus or doing like the eggs and sausage, that is maybe a little bit more like forgiving on your blood sugars. So
right. And remembering that like you deserve to be fueled.
Yeah.
You have to be fueled in order to live this lifestyle that you want.
Of course.
And so just doing your best and learning from each day, like, okay, botched the bolus there, forgot the pre-bolus there. Where can we look back at patterns and start to build in those habits that help you stay fueled, especially in the morning?
Yeah. The sequences that help you feel your best.
Yeah. Including food.
Including food, because having that nourishment to your body and your blood sugars is like so important.
Thank you for calling.
Yeah, thanks for your questions, guys.
So that brings us into our wellness challenge. This week, we are strongly encouraging you and ourselves to create one habit stack to add something into your routine that's going to benefit you, that's going to make you feel good.
Yes.
I think for me, mine is absolutely pre-bolusing. We talked about it in the beginning. And I know exactly where I'm going to do it, which is when I come in from my walk.
Take the harness
off and give myself a little insulin.
Love it. Love it. Love it.
What do you think you're going to do?
I think I am going to do your filling up your body with energy and little like mindfulness thing in the morning.
That's going to be so wonderful.
I think I'm going to do that. And I'm going to try to do it. Like if I go on my phone, I'm going to try to do it after I go on my phone before I get out of bed. So I carry it into my routine.
Ooh, that's so nice. You're going to be like walking around your house, like floating, like on your tippy toes.
I'm going to be like, wow, look at all this energy around me.
That's going to be so nice. Okay, so when you do this, you should tag us on Instagram because we want to cheer you on. We also, me personally, want to learn from what you're doing.
Same. I want to know all the good habits to add into my routine that you guys are doing too.
Yeah. And this is going to be an incredible week. And we're in the first full week of the new year.
Woo!
So what a perfect time to just add one tiny thing in that we're doing that's a little bit more intentional and good for our bodies.
And if you need some inspo for little habits or, it's like some help kind of building it out, we're going to be doing a bonus episode on that, like we said.
Yeah. Oh my God. I'm so excited to learn from you. Okay. Well, that's a wrap.
Amazing.
Thank you for listening to Hotline to Her. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave us a review. If you have a question or story you would like advice on, the hotline is now open inside of our free Hot Diabetic Club community. You can use the link in our show notes to join. Stay hot
and chat soon.
Bye.
Hotline to Her is for educational and entertainment purposes only and reflects personal experience. It is not medical, mental health, or therapeutic advice.